How's this angle right now? Does it seem like a good angle? How does my face look? Like, does my face look pretty good? Do I look healthy right now? See, I'm upside down. This is what happens in your face. If you're young, that doesn't... I look insane right now. Damn, this fucking thing's all fucked up. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Hold on. Guess I gotta put it backwards. Oh, fucking no. It's my feet. Don't worry about it. Maybe this fucking old GoPro thing ain't gonna work on the new one. Seems likely. Oh well. I'll fucking do it for now. Does my face look better now? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's got the fucking that thing on it. I'm not making any more adjustments. The very fact that I brought the camera out right now is like, whoa. All right, let me just get real with you for a second. Been meaning to make a video for a long time. I thought I was gonna have the bathtub chronicles. Now I'm gonna eat this organic orange. Oh, the fucking thing turns off too. I hate that. Hold on. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'll touch the screen. I'll just keep touching it. I'm not gonna make an adjustment because this is not gonna be a long video. What is this? Did I just go biking? Yeah. Did I just go for a walk? Feed the goats? Yeah. Is it the middle of the day? Yeah. Organic orange. What do you think? Is it a fucking scam or not? Organic. Tastes pretty goddamn good. But so do those GMO ones. Dracula purse. Dracula purse. Go to La Femme Noire. La Femme en Noire? The Woman in Black. La Femme en Noire. It's Trent's wife's website. Lynn. Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one with Keanu Reeves. There's a popular video on YouTube where Francis Ford Coppola is talking to, what's his goddamn name? Gary Oldman. Actor who, instead of just celebrating his achievements, people like to talk about how he represents true versatility. You seen this? It's like a square, it's a meme. It's a square with like, 25 pictures of Gary Oldman ranging from Leon the Professional to Drexel from True Romance to The Fifth Element. I don't remember his name in that movie. But it's famous. Isn't everything famous if it's on YouTube and it's got 1 million views? What is fame anymore, really? Oh, no, it's something. I take it back. Anyhow, there's a video of, is there a difference? Yes, there is. There's a video of Gary Oldman like storming off the set with Francis Ford Coppola, but don't even go watch it. It's not even that exciting. You think you're gonna get excited? Literally all that happens is I've implemented literally in my vocabulary now. All that happens is he fucking walks off the set. It's not exciting. He doesn't pull a Christian Bale. All right, no more acting. I'm fucking get serious on this shit. Wait, this is the new GoPro 12, Hero 12? 12 Black they call it. They don't call it Hero anymore. Well, it got no blinking light? Let me see, do I have the blinking? God, what content? I'm sorry. We got the round curved screen. My face looked funny at the beginning. I got a stain on my fucking shirt. What do I want to tell you? I don't know. Am I working on music? Yeah, I am. When I got back from Australia, see, that's how current this video is. When I got back from Australia, I didn't do shit other than pack to try and get ready to move. You notice how there's not a lot on the walls. Looks like I live in a fucking storage. I look like I live in a model house, except they forgot to furnish it. Other than the cats. Well, so far, pretty boring video. I'm not expecting that to change. What's the problem when you turn the camera on, you actually don't have anything to talk about? But you know what? I wanted to start the bathtub chronicles. I'm 3 days off drugs and alcohol today, as in this is day 3. Why did I do that? Can't you just smoke weed? Oh man, am I tired of that question. Look, I still reserve the right to take mushrooms and LSD every now and then because those are useful tools and they're so much fun, and they're really, I don't care what anybody says, they're just not habit forming. I mean, if you grow them and you have a limitless supply, but you know what? Even then. But alcohol, the demon of alcohol. It's like, you can't stop drinking. God, this feels good. Man, it feels so great. So stop. But that's not what you do. You just keep drinking. Because you think you're gonna feel even better. And the next thing you know, you're trying to watch Frailty in an Airbnb in Romeo, Michigan. And you're seeing 3 Bill Paxtons. You're seeing 3 Matthew McConaughey's. You're seeing 3 Powers Booths. Don't know that name, do you? Powers Booth? Mark knows it, but he's not watching. Or is he? So yeah, next thing you know, you're seeing 3 of everything. And you're seeing 3 of everything and you're telling your little sweetie, hey, I'm gonna go lie down, otherwise I'm gonna start fucking puking. And then what? What was the point of that, you know? Or you drink, having a great time, then you offend somebody, and then the worst thing happens. You try to like make it better while you're drunk, you try to explain it while you're drunk, and you get defensive. It's not good. It's not a good look. It's not a good scene. It's not good for your fucking brain. I really don't think, look, if you take enough LSD or fucking mushrooms, sure, you're gonna fuck up your brain long term. Don't do that much of it. And that's not easier said than done. That's literally pretty easy to do. Weed and alcohol, if you're anything like me, that is easier said than done. And I'm sorry, those things fuck up your brain. To all my pot smoking friends out there, to my boy, my childhood friend down in South Carolina, I've actually been wanting to say it to you. You just can't get high multiple times a day on weed, whether it's edibles or whatever, for the rest of your life, every day. It's gonna fuck up your prefrontal cortex. It's gonna fuck up go listen to the Huberman podcast about it, all right? If you heard that, MJ, I mean that with love. But alcohol, what do you get? You get wet-brained. It doesn't help your mental health in the long term. And the weed, what are you gonna start doing? Just acting like a fucking fool? Gonna take all your emotions and just bottle them up? You're gonna turn to weed for your therapy? I'm not talking about you anymore, M blank. I'm just talking now. But that's the truth. That fucking weed, it's like you can't have a good time without it once you start doing it. I know there's people out there who smoke a joint every now and then and have a great time, and God bless, I'm sure it's fantastic. I can't do that. I know a lot of people who can't. So anyhow, and the kratom, one of the biggest demons of all. I guess this is pretty 2023, end of 2023. There's literally, 6 or 7 days left. I don't know, I've dated the video. Now when this video comes out, you're gonna realize I shot it on December 20th. Who cares? It feels very 2023 though, if your problems are alcohol, weed, and kratom. Hey, you know what? Good thing it's not fentanyl. Good thing it's not trank or all this other crazy shit they have, cheese or bath salts, designer drugs. But kratom, weed, and alcohol, just not gonna help you, And the kratom is the biggest demon of all because it feels so great, especially once you combine it with weed. But then the next thing you know, you're sitting in a bathtub thinking that you're actually underwater, thinking you're breathing underwater. That didn't happen to me. Yeah, I know. That fucking kratom, I got a giant bag of it up in the cupboard. It's legal. Not in Australia though. Didn't stop Halid from bringing a bunch of it. That fucking kratom though, it feels like opiates. And I don't know, I'm confused about it. Halid told me it's a partial opiate receptor agonist. Huberman insists it's an opiate. I just know that in larger quantities it gets incredibly fucking addictive. That's the truth. So if you got a fucking drug problem, go get help. God, how embarrassing. That's what I have. That's what I have now is a fucking PSA. Let's do an updated tour. My main guitar. You'll see the floor is covered in... It's just got cat food. Don't worry about that. Mr. Bobo. The Peak. Let's go to Peak. Over here, that's the loon. Mr. Meepy Rat. Where's Little Boo? Little Boo's over there. This is, of course, largely not their real names. What else? What do you want to see? The fucking recycling bin? Oh, just be funny with what you have. Is that the name of the game? Something very exciting is going to happen today. You'll see. This is my bed. Now, before you pass any judgment on me, okay? Just know that the blanket folk are there. Cube Pillow. You've been seeing advertisements for Cube Pillow? Worth every penny. Go get one. if you can afford it. The thing you gotta know about the bed is I've been sleeping on the bed for, what is this? Hold on. Shut up. Listen, the thing you gotta, I'll put on a hat or something. I feel stupid. No, be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. The thing you gotta know about the cube pillow, no, not the cube pillow. The thing you gotta know about what exactly? What was I gonna say? Oh, the thing you gotta know about my bed is I've been sleeping on the ground for 3 years now. And I realize it's contributing to a shoulder problem I'm having, okay? So today's the day I meant to take the guest bed frame and bring it in here. Am I gonna do it? I don't know, it's a weird day. I haven't had my nap yet. I'm about to write a long email. You know how those go, long emails. Fucking nice day outside though. Hey, Mr. Gobo. I took you outside and you caused problems. I don't want to right now. But I just can't tell him no. I just cannot tell him no. Hold on. So anyhow, everybody, how's the video so far? Pretty exciting, or charting and technical analysis? That one stands out, doesn't it? Listen to me carefully. That's the sound of all your money going away as soon as you think you know what you're doing. Day trading, swing trading, forex trading. It's the sound. Did you hear it? Let me do it one more time. It's the sound of all your money flying away from you at a rapid pace. Don't do it. Don't download FXCM. Don't download Thinkorswim. Don't download Schwab's. I forgot what their fucking thing is called. Just don't do it. Do anything else but that. Don't buy Bitcoin either. So you gotta wrangle him a little bit. I don't want him to. God, this was the update. I talked about nothing. Look, I put out robot zones. Remember robot zones? I'm turning gravity into stones. I put that out right before I went on this big trip to Australia. And now, you know what's funny? I'm like embarrassed to have a GoPro and a stick in my front yard. Because it's like, I don't want to see that in the world, but here we are. I'm not a YouTuber though, I'm a pretendoid. You know it. So I put out robot zones, and I had an entire, this is pretty common for me, I had an entire album worth of demos that I thought they were all the greatest thing ever, and turns out 2 or 3 of them are still pretty goddamn good, even though I had shelved the whole thing. Hey, we shelved the picture. Over at Universal, they shelved that picture months ago. It's too fantastic. Nobody would believe the plot. So, I got, you know, you might know Going Blind. Going Blind, I had performed at a show once ever, literally. And that's online. Just type in Peter Litvin, Going, like going, but without the G, Going Blind.
I was a warrior, I was a mountaintop, I was a ghost in the shape of an astronaut. I was a centipede, I was a leprechaun, I was many things. And then I blasted off into a rocket ship, into a beam of light, into a comic strip. For 30,000 decades, they disappeared. But now I've gone and passed away. Why am I still here?
And then that song's pretty, I think, is worth finishing. So I'm in the process of finishing that right now. And then there's another one, or there's another 2 that I think are probably pretty good. They're pretty catchy, pretty hooky. They sound like something I would make. And I'm gonna finish those as well. Here's David in the window. Is that tracking? Oh shit. So there's some songs in the works. It's been a little slow going. And you know what's funny? There's a guy, I remember he was a cab driver in New York. I think New York. I was talking to him and he said something that really stuck with me. It also scared the shit out of me because it's very true. And he was just like, man, When you're 20, when you're in your 20s, you have a lot of power to do whatever you're gonna do. Whether it's, oh, hold on. No, come here. See, the trouble is if he gets back here. Okay, he's right there. I can get him. This thorn bush will fucking rip. Come here, baby. Ow. This thorn bush will. Come here. I hate to do it, but okay, here, come here. Ugh. Rip the shit out of you. Okay. With the screens done. What am I doing? I went jogging today. I'm out of breath from that. That's some embarrassing. So this cab driver was like, he was like, listen, you got a lot of power when you're in your 20s. He was like, when you're 30s, you still have power, but you got less. He was like, in your 40s, less power. And less power going forward. And I know that sounds abstract, but I'll tell you something. I've seen the truth of that in my life already. No. Come on, go. Whoa, Mr. Ropey Boy. So, what's the relevance of that? Well, look, when I was like 21 years old, I was going to school, getting a bullshit degree. I was playing a lot of guitar. I was playing in some bands. Not a whole lot at that time. And I had a job. And I was still recording tons of music. Drug-free, everything. Just tons and tons of music. There's nothing that would stop me. I just had so much energy. Come here, Pinji. You know, I want to talk about these praying mantises in a second. Because if they're anything like moths, then we've got to have a little conversation. But when I was 21 and I was doing that, it's really true. It's like I had just limitless power, you know? Limitless energy to do stuff. And it's true that when I was partying during that time, which did happen, I just had a lot of clean years as well, that I could be completely shit-faced, drugged out of my fucking eyeballs, whatever, and I would still be able to go help my cousin out with landscaping the next day or whatever, and be drinking again in the morning. But that era has passed, man. I just feel it so much. And I know I'm talking some old man shit right now, and I don't want it to sound like so depressing. The point is, I understand. Okay, we're gonna go inside. Come here, boo. Okay, sorry, baby. The point is, here we go, love. I'm going to talk about these praying mantises. I'll come inside for a second. I'll come back to the praying mantises. Stick around for the praying mantises. The point is, I really understand why artists stop making music. Don't worry, I'm not going to stop. I'm just saying I understand how easy it would be to just stop. Or, you know what's worse yet? Which is better, to keep making music and it sucks, or just to quit? I'm not sure. I think probably to keep making music and it sucks, because then you just fuck up your own catalog, you know? Yes, I'm looking at you, Billy Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins. Can you imagine if that was ladies and gentlemen, Billy Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins? But you know, Smashing Pumpkins, one unit, which by the way, every time I try to play Smashing Pumpkins for somebody who's younger now, younger than me, and they like don't know about the Smashing Pumpkins, I always feel like I got to apologize for Billy Corgan's voice, because everything else is so beautiful and just so perfect. And then you got Billy Corgan. It's just, I'm sorry, he doesn't have a good fucking singing voice. I don't know why it worked for so long. I think it's probably the music was so fucking good it didn't matter. And he's a poet, he's a great songwriter, he wrote the music, he's a great lyricist. So maybe that's a factor as well. But anyhow, look, it was all downhill after Melancholy, Ava Adore, Machina, Ocean, like every one of them, Zeitgeist. Oh God, they're terrible. And you know what's the real mind fuck of it? Is they all start good. Like you put on a lot of those tracks from Oceana. I think it's called Oceana, the blue one. 3-4 years old? It might be older than that now. You put on that Oceana album and you're like, oh shit, it sounds awesome. And then it just turns to shit. Does Billy Corgan, is he like, yeah, these songs are awesome? Does the whole band think that? I don't know. I don't know anymore. But they suck. So my point is, I can understand, it's hard to write good shit. It's hard to perpetually just keep coming out with good ideas. I hate to say it, drugs and alcohol help. Not only do they give you some creative inspiration, but they give you some fuel to stay up late and not care what happens tomorrow and just work on stuff. But unfortunately, it's not a good long-term recipe. It just isn't. So anyhow, am I gonna stop? No. Am I in the process of stopping? No. I'm gonna work on Going Blind tonight. My point is, it's just fucking hard, man. It's hard to have the energy to keep making stuff, and that's just a fucking fact. It really is. But I'm gonna make Going Blind, and these other two, they have such good hooks and like elements that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish them. One's called Okay, All Right. And the other it's called like I'm Not Over You or something like that. But I'm gonna finish those two. But it's no surprise to me. Every time I'm like, all right, entire album, right? Violence is not an album. It's not even an EP. It's a collection of songs that I was working on. And I'm still proud of it, but it's like some of them sound incomplete. I think Beautiful Lady is probably the best one on there. Although a few people really like Balloon Sky Exit. Nope, not Balloon Sky Exit. Suicide Castle. That's definitely like the most listened to song on there. Suicide Castle's fine. It's just a pretty instrumental. It's definitely like inspired by West Indian Girl, the band. So anyhow, I'm going to work on these songs, but you know, I don't know if like right now, if I was like, I'm going to do an entire album, like the level of discipline, the level of time, energy, just everything that it requires is so tremendous. The last few times I was like, I'm making an album. This one's called Magic Dream Vacation. This one's called Exit Reality. This one's called, there's so many of them by now. This one's called Disenchanted Cowboy Songs. Like, they're concepts. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, I throw my hands up and I'm like, all right, I get it. I get why the album is dead, because it just takes so much goddamn work. And you just want to put out my biceps not looking too hot right now. That's okay. I didn't make this video to give you a pretend version of myself. I lift every day. You want to see my setup? I'm just saying, I understand why people, put out singles or EPs. What is the setup? It's a bunch of fucking weights, goddamn bar. It's bound to do that to your fucking molding. A bench that I bought for $10 off the street. The bass bar, I'm not too into the bass bar. I used it today for some tricep stuff. It's kind of a good tricep band. There's the kale, southern greens, and the celery. Harvested recently though. Oh, the studio. We love to go in the studio. Remember when I was doing live streams for a minute? That was cool, wasn't it? It's been a while. Anyhow, I can't get away from the authenticity. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So anyhow, these praying mantises, okay? This one, oh my God, he is alive. I didn't know if he was alive, but he's definitely alive. I mean, what a beautiful, incredible creature, the praying mantis. I don't know if they sting. I guess I'll look it up. He probably, at any rate, I'm sure he doesn't want me to pick him up, but he's been here just like this for days. He's well alive. I didn't know. I thought he was dead all this time. And unfortunately, we have down here one who was hanging out just like he was for days and days, and now is quite dead, unfortunately. But God, they are interesting, right? And what happened? I'm wondering if they're like moths and they just have a death phase. I don't know. I'll go read about it. Sometimes you see funny shit, like you go to your buddy's house and there's a fucking possum on the side of the house, and you're like, what the fuck? It's alive, but it's just sitting there, and you like touch it with a stick. I'm playing dead, because that's what possums do, right? And then you see a moth, and it's fucking dying. Death phase, right? Death stage, I can't remember which it is. Hey, Mr. Gobu. Well, look, this video sucked. I wasn't expecting anything different, I guess. I just knew I had to make one. So that's how I could stay connected with you, you know? But you know, I haven't done a talking video in a while. Ooh, I had a really good one. I had somebody, remember my video, Tired of People Hating Me? If you stayed this late in the video, you get a little treat that nobody else gets. At the end of that video, sorry, at the end of this video, I'm giving you a treat. So at that video, that Tired of People Hating Me video, there was a troll comment, okay? And it was an ex-girlfriend of mine. And she said, and I quote, Peter, as if I'm the one saying it, I hurt people. And then they don't like me. I'm fucking that part up. It basically said, you know, I hurt people, that's me. I hurt people and then they don't like me. Therefore, I am the victim. And whatever, and you know, there's a lot of different responses I wanted to say, but you know, it's sad that she's watching. If you are, it's fucking sad that she's descended, spiraled down to the level of troll at this point. But there it is. Fucked with my head for a little minute. I don't know if it was meant to or not. It's just funny, like trolls just want to come and drop like a little beep, 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 beep. Here's a little treat for you, you know? It's funny because you want to defend against it, but if you've had trolls, then you know, do not engage. Do not engage. It empowers them. It is funny to me, though. It's funny for... I guess I could see how that individual has interpreted that video and thinks that I'm just a big victim person. Really, I'm not. Anyhow, I got to write a big email now. So I'm going to go... Sorry the video sucked. Oh, I gotta say negative things now? No, I just want to say it sincerely. I'm sorry the video sucked. Let me say it without joking or acting. I'm sorry the video sucked. I really am. I'm sorry, but maybe you liked it and then it didn't suck that bad. And I'm gonna promise to make a better video that doesn't suck as much next time. And I hope that you just like hanging out and hearing me talk for 20 whatever the fuck minutes. Bye.